right, the English Premier League will be back this weekend to continue actually because we had match day 30
and 31.
Now we are approaching 32.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, there are some of the matches which have not been played, but that cannot hinder us from analyzing the upcoming matches
because football is football, and we're going to see what we have in match day 32, of course.
But just maybe to mention what happened before this, we saw Liverpool go to the top of the Premier League with a 2-1 victory over Brighton. It is a victory which was sealed the top spot following a goalless draw Arsenal, Manchester City versus Arsenal.
And actually for that Liverpool game, we had a 3-1 correct score. Diaz scored what looked like an onside goal. Even Klopp was complaining.
It was chucked.
But we didn't get it. So all good. This is football. You feel the pain, Tottenham. I thought you were coming there because they are still, I think, on the review.
Tottenham secured a 2-1 victory
over Luton
over the weekend over Luton, but in the midweek they were held to a 1-1 draw
against West Ham.
So is Newcastle United settled for a 1-1 draw with Everton. Once again, Alexander Isak put through on goal and scoring a beautiful goal.
He's a man on form.
Manchester United. It looked like he won the match in the 94th minute. I remember somebody posted haters stayed awake until late to see the great Manchester United win, but unfortunately we had a fan who was fighting for jersey.
McTominay against Mupay.
Mupay is very, that's a silly guy.
Mupay is very funny, and funny enough, McTominay has more goals than him. And he's a striker. So you wonder.
Scott is a defensive midfielder.
But I think Mupay is born showman.
Mupay and Ivan Toney.
That's
the way they do things.
Guys are just very
United settled for a 1-1 draw with Brentford. There is a match which we saw United allowing Brentford to look like prime Barcelona. How many touches inside the box? It has never happened.
Many of them, even the shots. Like Manchester United, conceded the most shots in the EPL.
The ones your players are wearing.
Bro, I mean, a very poor performance, I think. And we almost stole it. And actually, we stole that point. We were supposed to lose that game.
You deserve nothing.
In that game, we deserved nothing. We playing like even I think there are League 2 teams that play better than Manchester United. Like that was like Sunday League. And to be honest, looking at the squad that we have, even if we have injuries, we are not supposed to play like that. I totally disagree.
You can play well and you lose, but then again you perform badly. Drop points. We saw Chelsea, the team which messed our Saturday bet slip, dropping points against 10 men, and of course ended 2-2 draw. So that's something I want to talk. I want to talk to pick a match. Talk about one of the match, one or two, very briefly.
Well, today I'm not gonna go into much details. I'll have a summary of everything. I think Ten Hag needs to be serious, but credits now. Okay, I don't want to talk about Manchester United because this season I don't think they're going to achieve anything. I want to talk about Arsenal because of the defensive masterclass they had at Manchester City. Manchester City had scored 50 consecutive home games before Gabriel and Saliba turned up, and Manchester City did not score a goal at Etihad for the first time in a long time. So it was a great defensive performance, but I feel like Arteta might have played safe. He didn't want to risk win that game because I always felt like with this current City side, if Arsenal turned up the way they've been turning up this year, they could have given City a run for the money. And trust me, those chances they were getting, if they were a number of them, because they tend to defend in that game much. So if they attacked more, they probably would have had more chances. And they could have grabbed a very good win.
Almost a goal in the 86th minute.
And that would have meant enough that the league is theirs. And you know what? They've beaten Liverpool and Manchester City this season. And funny enough, they're still number 2. So it tells you that there are games that they will regret losing, especially that West Ham game at home. No team in the Premier League usually wins the Premier League with that kind of result at home, because Manchester City and Liverpool, they all have won most of their home games.
The worst they've done
is draw. So that is what I heard the verdict for that match day. How about you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to talk about that because that was the match of the weekend.
Yeah.
And people tried to pick on Mikel Arteta for his defensive style. But let me tell you one thing. We need to be realistic with that match. You could hear the press conference when players are being interviewed, pre-match. And Rodri said Arsenal did as bad in the first leg, that is at Emirates Stadium, and here is Etihad. We're going to show them we are Manchester City. Arteta started that match with open-minded, like trying to attack. But then again, the City's press was one hell. Like they pressed Arsenal, Arsenal could not create those chances, and it was bad, right?
Yeah.
And when you take a look at what happened, you have to give credit its due.
Yeah.
How many coaches can have that mentality of now we've come with plan A and it fails in the first 5 opening minutes or 10? How many can transition to another one?
Yeah, it was a tactical masterclass. Very few managers.
That's what he did. But the most interesting part is when Pep Guardiola was asked about why does he talk to players at full time, and he said to satisfy his ego, and he is the biggest person at City, and he wants bigger things to happen. So that's why he's doing that. So I think that's what I can say. Like you said, I don't want to add more. Arsenal dropped silly points during the Christmas festive season. You can imagine when you go on lunch and when you come to present anything here, you perform badly. So don't blame Arsenal during that festive season.
Saka was satisfied during that time, and things went wrong. But the Premier League is still very open. Nothing is for sure at this point because
according to Opta, we're going to be showing that image. Opta stated that right now City have a chance of 30. Liverpool have a chance of 38%, some 30.8% to win the league, 38.8% for City as well, but only 18.8% for Arsenal. So now, even if you don't win the league, nothing like we bottled.
Exactly.
It's been tough.
There is a lot that will happen before then and now, and there are so many different factors that could be the decider for this EPL. For example, Arsenal are in the Champions League. They're going to be playing Bayern. But then we're going to have an episode, so make sure you watch it as well.
City have Madrid.
Yeah, City have Madrid. Liverpool have Europa League. Atalanta. League, yes, they can decide to play kids. And their squad is coming back. So a lot is going to happen. So we have had a long overview of what happened, but we're going to go very quickly with these predictions that we have. Of course, there could be some changes depending on the result because we have a big game coming. Our feature match is Manchester United vs Liverpool on Sunday, but we're going to start all the way early kickoff on Saturday, a game or at a time which Manchester City's manager doesn't like to play, and it's an early kickoff. Crystal Palace vs Manchester City.
Right, it's at 2:30 East African time.
Yes.
And Palace is not the team to trouble Manchester City right now. That's what I can tell you. Manchester City know now they need to continue picking those points. Of course, it was disappointing for them at home, being frustrated, and also like Arsenal kept them away from the attack. And you could see Arsenal actually had more shots on target than Manchester City overall, despite having all the possession. So Guardiola knows now this time to claim points. And being early kickoff, of course, it comes with some, let's say, hodo, which isn't good. But City will win this match. And I'm going to give them at least 3-1 victory. Yeah,
remember Manchester City are still to play Aston Villa, so we don't know how it's going to go. But we predicted a win for all of us. You can check in the other video for the other preview, match day 30 and 31. But I'm going to say two things. Crystal Palace is a team that used to trouble Manchester City a few years back, but now they have new manager and stuff like that. I don't think they have all it takes to take all the points from Manchester City, and Manchester City should win this one. Although Selhurst Park is never easy, so I'm going to go for Manchester City win. It could be a very struggling one depending on how they're also going to play in the Champions League against Real Madrid, because I believe it's around that same time as well. So I believe 3-1 Manchester City is always a score that is very possible, sometimes 2-1, but let's go with 3-1 for this one.
Right,
later on we'll have, let's just go with the prediction, Aston Villa, Brentford, what do you think?
Amazing. I'm going to give Aston Villa, they're at home. I'll give them maybe 2-0 victory.
2-0 victory.
Yes.
Remember they'll be coming to this match after playing Manchester City, so I think Brentford will score because they have the attack that matters. They have Wissa. Adingra is in Brighton.
He's in Brighton, sorry.
Yeah, so I think they will win.
Of Wissa,
Tony and so I think they'll win this game 2-1. That's my prediction for Aston Villa. And then the same day, Brighton will be welcoming Arsenal at their home. What do you think about this match?
This is a match which Arsenal know they need to travel and get a point. There comes a time when Arsenal know how to approach these matches. And one thing for sure is Arsenal is a team which does not wait to score until late. And unless it's a team which has been defending so well. Brighton is a good team, and we saw them against Liverpool playing well, the likes of your former player, yes, playing so well, and the other guy, the African Adingra. We have that's a guy who is playing so well. But then again, coming up against a team like Arsenal, which has a fully fit team, let's say the likes of Thomas Partey coming back and Bukayo Saka. Let's talk about Timber. So right now I think Arsenal has like 95% of their squad. They can rotate, but then again, Mikel Arteta knows we dropped points against Man City. We don't know how it's gonna end on Tuesday match
against Luton.
But either way, I expect Arsenal to win. They have that winning mentality, and you know this year they've not lost a single match
game
in the Premier League. So I'm gonna give them a win. I feel away there is a possibility they will concede. So I'm gonna give them a close game, something like 2-1.
Yep. I think I couldn't agree with you any more than that, because I feel like maybe just you've said everything that you need to say about Arsenal Brighton. Maybe Brighton has a few injuries that could make that result happen. But one thing you need to also put into consideration is that Arsenal will be traveling, I think, to play a Champions League match after this, or they will be at home. At home, yes. So it also means that it's a game which could bring a little pressure, because the players might be focused on the big game also, which is coming up. So I feel like it will be very easy. No, it will not be easy. It's not going to be easy. Brighton are going to give Arsenal a run for their money, but Arsenal have been used to these situations where when a game is too hard, when you think that they're going to draw, they come up with a last-minute goal that saves the day. So I feel like 2-1 is the correct score that we can go with, because I'm sure Arsenal has all the firepower to do it, although it's going to be very difficult.
It's not easy match.
And you know the mentality of playing away Premier League, especially against a side which is very tactical like Brighton, and then now going to play Champions League at a stage where Arsenal haven't been for a long time, is going to be also a decider. But I think they still win this one. So that is for Saturday. On Sunday, we have a big English derby, but not very big anymore with the hype, because one of the teams not doing so well, one other team is at the top of the table. Maybe, just maybe, people will be looking forward to this because it's one of the games that could be a title decider. And in derbies like this, a lot of things happen. So we have Manchester United playing Liverpool at Old Trafford. What do you think about this game? But maybe before
we
go, team news. I'll go for both the teams, because I feel like I know a little about Manchester United, of course. Lisandro Martinez has been ruled out for 1 month because he got injured in the training. Lindelof as well. He went off injured against Brentford with a hamstring injury. Rumors are there that Malacia is back in training. Not sure how it's going to go, but I'm sure this game comes too soon for him. We'll see maybe the squad that will line up against Chelsea to know exactly what could happen in this game. But for sure, Manchester United have a lot of injuries that are currently ongoing, and it has affected their team just like that. So aside from those, the defense, I think everyone else, Højlund, Casemiro, Mount are all back. Even Maguire, I think, is now fit to play. Maybe for Liverpool side, the Konate is back as well in training. He's about maybe to feature. He'll also maybe probably feature against, they are playing Luton, right? And then Salah is back fully. He's back in the squad. He actually scored the win against Brighton. And the obvious injuries are Elliott and Thiago, who is still a doubt, and also who else is injured for Liverpool? I think those two. Robertson is also a doubt. Yeah. So, looking at that squad, what do you think? Maybe squad-wise.
Squad-wise, I think one thing, it's been unfair season for United, to be honest. And I thought after you signed Arsenal team, Dr. Lead, things could have been better. Maybe we had a release clause with him. But now, United have been very unlucky with injuries, because almost I doubt who has been fully fit until up to now.
Maybe Bruno.
He has not been injured. Maybe Bruno, because Højlund, Rashford,
everyone else, they have been out for some time.
So this is a match. Sorry.
There is that record. We have a record of injuries this day. That's what I wanted to mention. 163 injuries plus sickness
this season. It's really terrible.
Yeah.
So this is a game I feel United could have picked a point against Liverpool, because United know how to handle these matches, especially playing at Old Trafford. I told you last time, even behind the camera, I told you, if there is a team I fear, no matter how in form Arsenal is Manchester United. Because they can turn up any minute.
And especially when they are playing at home.
Yes, they can play shit any minute as well. So I think it's on paper now, it looks like Liverpool have
a better chance.
Have a better chance.
Squad.
But one thing for sure, Marcus Rashford. This is where Marcus Rashford blames. Now Liverpool will come also knowing you guys recently knocked us out, and it's a game which you went until extra time. So I think Liverpool need to close their business early. They need to get those goals. But regardless, like I said last time when United were playing City, and you told me, I told you it's going to be a close game in terms of scoreline. This is the same way I feel. This Sunday, I mean. And Man United will not lose with huge margin. Of course they will lose, but it's our hope, like they can at least try to hold Liverpool to a 1-1 draw, because none of the teams will keep that clean sheet. So I'm giving Liverpool a 3-1 victory.
A 3-1 victory.
Yes.
Well, it's a match that is potentially to have a lot of goals, because we've seen that the last match that happened at Old Trafford, as we saw, had a 4-3 extra time kind of game in the cup. It was quite wild. That game was wild, and I think that's why we won. Because if it was a normal kind of game, I'm pretty sure after Liverpool went ahead 2-1 or 3-2 in the extra time, I think we would have lost. It was just a wild game. And I feel like our performances have been very much inconsistent. We haven't won any game against like the traditional big six. I think we only won against Chelsea, but it's because they are doing badly this year. They are number wherever they are.
They motivate you.
The two giants have fallen off actually. Let's focus on this game. And I also feel like the injuries have affected Manchester United. It's one of the things that will affect them. Although this year they've tried, they've I think lost once this year to Manchester City, 3-1, and I think also Fulham at some point. But their form hasn't been so bad. I mean, that's what we are saying. Like, they are very much inconsistent. You don't know the Manchester United that will turn up. So I think if Manchester United turn up, they can give Liverpool a run for them. And you know, one thing everyone should know is that there is no way this is a game that could decide if Liverpool wins the league and Manchester United let it slide like that, especially at Old Trafford. If it were at Anfield, probably there's a chance, like things will turn in, because it's Anfield. Liverpool would make sure that they win against us to go for their hopes to go higher in terms of the title. So I think tactically, Manchester United are not at it. Liverpool have tactics that can outplay us, and this is, I think, another loss for us, if I'm being honest. But it also depends with how we will start this game. If we start with the highest of the tempo and keep it up, we might even get a result against Liverpool. 2-1 win for Manchester United is a possibility, but when things turn around, it can be the other way around. So that's why I'm thinking, without going into much other details, Liverpool 2-1 win against Manchester United. That's being honest, depending on how we performed against Brentford. Well, you're a Man United fan out there and you feel like I'm betraying my team.
Mr. Pinpointer.
Yeah, I have these pinpoint predictions that are
people are killing you.
that don't pin themselves. So, but it is what it is. I think I smell a loss for us. and it will be a painful one because it could decide if Liverpool wins the league. But if we turn up, we can get points from Liverpool. But I still will predict Liverpool.
Still, the three teams, I have to be honest. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I'll tell you one thing. When we look at Manchester City, the current City, which is currently, is not the City we had last season. Liverpool is a team with also weakness.
Yeah.
And I feel when Arsenal are playing, leave alone the recent match, Arsenal play like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a team which will challenge you more than you could see the weakness for Liverpool against Brighton. When City faced United, which wasn't performing, you could see still United are troubling Man City. So I think just like the way you said, the first 15 minutes will decide how this
game could end.
Yeah.
But also, we have another match. Yeah, but I'm still worried about this game because I feel so bad about if we're gonna lose. Anyway, we said we're gonna be quickly with us, and we still have 2 matches, but we're not gonna go into deeper details. It's Sheffield taking on Chelsea on the same day, later that day on Sunday, and Chelsea are away from home to Sheffield. What do you think? Maybe just a quick prediction.
Well, to be honest, Chelsea is a team which cannot be predicted. With United, you can sit and say now they'll get winning. I've always told you here, many times I'll tell you, United will beat Aston Villa and it happens. United will beat West Ham and it happens. Because you can see it and they'll perform. But with Chelsea, when they drew against
Burnley at home,
it's like now Cole Palmer is trying to pull Chelsea to the side. And the other side. So I think Sheffield is a team which has not been performing. In the recent match they won, right? They were leading.
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
And then I think they lost. They lost.
Was against Fulham. So I think or Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth, something like that. So I think Chelsea is a team which has the cold and hot part.
They drew to Fulham.
And they were leading.
They were leading around 3 goals to 1.
It ended 3-3. Very sad, unfortunately. So that shows Fulham is a team which came from Championship, and also Sheffield came from Championship. So meaning these are 2 teams which understand each other. Meaning they were promoted 1, 2, 3, right? And Chelsea have everything. To be honest, Chelsea have a very good team.
Squad,
and is a team which I thought during the second half of the season they'll gel well. But unfortunately, it's only Cole Palmer who shows like I'm here to play. Then there is another joker called Raheem Sterling who can decide to pass instead of shooting and shoot instead of passing.
I think there are more jokers than Sterling. Disasi and all the rest.
Madueke.
Well, we will see also how they perform against Manchester United. Because
I feel now that they're going to beat Sheffield. To be honest, Sheffield is Chelsea could be poor, but Sheffield are way below that. Poor level I'm talking about. And I'm going to give Chelsea, they should score at least 3 goals. But Sheffield will also score because Chelsea will not keep a clean sheet. So I'm giving Chelsea a 3-1 victory.
That is what I also want to go by the way. It's like, I'm not going even too much details about Chelsea because you can analyze, reanalyze, analyze what you reanalyze, and reanalyze what you reanalyze. And no, it's a matter of time. Like, what did we see last time out? Anyway, Chelsea 3-1 victory, no match expectations from you people. So then the last game we have Spurs taking on Nottingham that Sunday. What do you think about this game?
Tottenham have to get back to winning ways after dropping points. Of course, against West Ham was a derby, and a derby is a derby. You can be in 20th on the log and you're playing against top team and you claim a point even you beat them. So I think I'm gonna go for a win.
Last time you had a correct score of 2-1 for Tottenham.
Yes,
what about
and
this
I'm
time?
giving you another correct score. And this time round, I feel the likes of Son. Forest is a team, of course, which has some good players. Awoni is still playing, Adebayo, and those are players which will trouble Tottenham backline. So no matter what Tottenham will try, I have a feeling even Nottingham could score fast. And Tottenham to come from behind and win this match 3-1.
3-1.
Yes.
Well, it's close to what I have. I feel like Tottenham will concede 2 goals this time, but they can score 3. So I'm going for a 3-2 victory for Tottenham.
Possible, very possible because, like I said, Nottingham are not afraid of attacking.
Yeah.
They'll come for you. They'll come for your defense.
Yes. So that is that for our predictions. You also probably have your own. Maybe you're feeling Vincent is nonsensical in this stuff. Let him know in the comment section when he says Arsenal are gonna beat Brighton comfortably or something like that. Let us know your predictions, and especially our feature game, which is Liverpool or Manchester United versus Liverpool. Let us know in the comment section your correct score. And also, don't forget to add where you're watching from, because we have fans all over, as always. Cameroon, Nigeria, Zambia, South Africa, even in Europe, man. And we appreciate everyone watching our content. Just leave a like and let us know what you think about this. But maybe before we wind up, are Manchester United finishing in the top 4, do you think? Just a quick answer.
Yes.
Don't start overthinking.
No, I'm not overthinking. I'll tell you, because we have their, what can we call them? Conditions. There's some conditions which will make United finish at the top 4. United is a team which knows how to finish. I'm not, up to now, I'm not ruling out United.
We wait and see. Yeah. I don't want to have an opinion on that, because it is what it is.
A fully fit United, if they can get like half of what the players who are injured, trust me, United will push for that position until the end.
We wait and see. And
they finish 4th, they qualify for Champions League, they qualify for Europa League.
The thing with Manchester United is sometimes they depend on luck.
Yeah.
And the luck could be that England could produce 5 teams to go to the Champions League.
But now, the question is,
what are you going to do in the Champions
League? You've qualified.
Well, let's go to kick tip, and of course most games are still playing, and so far I think so bad because we had so many draws.
You guys did me dirty. You need to be reminding me to be playing kick.
Who should remind you? Anyway. Remind yourself, bro. Where is your?
I'll not even play.
Where is your brain?
I'll not play.
Yeah, please don't. So our kick tip results will be out, I think, very well when the match day is over. So it means that in our next shoot, we will be showing the results right here. And remember to play as well. Don't be like him. He forgets and then he starts complaining.
He is the elephant still. Doesn't matter.
It is what it is. We love you guys. As always, we've come to the end of this show, and it's been a pleasure to be your host. My name is Brian.
My name is Vincent. And for a remote today has been a pressure.
Which pressure?
Liverpool coming to Old Trafford.
No, that's not pressure. The pressure is Bayern Munich versus Arsenal, or Arsenal versus Bayern Munich.
That because of one thing.
Remember, watch that episode, because whatever is coming up is good for you. So
where does Harry Kane play right now?
Wherever he plays, we will find out.
Of course.
So peace.